Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel FreeCAD Fun. Today I will create practice looking like this drawing. This basic shape is circle, and then create rectangle, and then circle again, and support, and the last create hole between this rectangle. Okay, now let's go to FreeCAD. Now we can choose part design workbench, click create body, click create sketch. Okay, now click for the exit plan. Okay, now let's check the drawing. Let's say create this circle for the diameter 64 inside diameter, and radius 50 or diameter 100 outside diameter. Okay, now go to the circle and then click on the center, and then another circle. Okay, now click for diameter 100. Okay, for inside diameter 64. Okay, now next create the rectangle. Okay, for the center from circle to the end of the bottom 75, and then create rectangle 25 plus 25, 50 plus 6, 56. Okay, now create rectangle. Okay, now click this point, and this vertical axis, create symmetry, and then create dimension for 56 millimeter. Okay, now click this line with this center. Okay, click dimension 75. Okay, now we can cut this line, and then delete this line. Okay, now cut again the outside circle. Sketch is green now, but another rectangle or cut here. Create for the empty thickness 6 millimeter. Okay, now create rectangle, this point, and vertical axis, create symmetry, and then create is dimension 6 millimeter. Okay, now we can cut this line, at the bottom also, and then this line of rectangular, this circle. Okay, now we can delete the line, delete at the bottom. Okay, now click this point, and click for 6 millimeter distance. Okay, now click for the degree of freedom. Okay, now we can check this dimension, 3 millimeter. Okay, so sketch screen now. Okay, now can close the sketch, and we can create for the thickness for about 40 millimeter, or we can create this small circle. Okay, I can create again small circle in this area. First check the distance between small circle and the large. It's about 100. Click this point and this point for 100. Okay, and then diameter 50 millimeter and 25. So diameter 50 millimeter. Okay, and another circle for diameter 25. Okay, now let's go to the support for the thickness about same, 50 millimeter. Okay, now we can create this. Okay, click for horizontal, this point and this circle fix, create another line, horizontal. Okay, this point and this point for 0 millimeter. Okay, this point and this point for 0 millimeter. Okay, now this point and this circle for fix. Now, okay, now we can cut this. Let's check first. Okay, can cut this circle, cut the small circle. Okay, can check for the degree. Okay, now let's check this point with this point, 0 millimeter. Okay, now the last degree. This circle and this line for tangent. Okay, now sketch screen now. Let's check again the drawing. Okay, now we can create path. For 48mm. Okay, let's go to close the sketch and then click for the original and then create for path, create path with the reverse direction for thickness 48. Okay, now we create shadow and then direction. Okay, close and then create the color. For the color, use emerald and check for this color. Okay, we can close now. So we can create the support, but we will check this thickness is 40 and this 48, so maybe we have to cut about 8mm in the back. So we can create here for the sketch. Now we create circle. Let's create external geometric first. Now create circle for the diameter 50mm. Okay. Now we can create cut. Click this point and this line and create a fix, and then cut this line of rectangle and then a circle. Okay, now create dimension. Let's say 130mm. Okay, now create this dimension for say let it same. Now we check. Okay, the position this point with this point into one. With this axis. Okay, two again. Let's check. Okay, now the position. This point into this axis, same dimension, and this point with this axis, same dimension. Okay, let's check again. Maybe this point, let's check. Okay, no. Let's check again. This point. This point with this axis, maybe. For 100. Okay, no. Let's say, okay, this center, put this center into one, or create. Okay. One. Okay, sketch is closed. Okay, now we can create pocket for about 8 millimeter. Okay, now, okay, so okay, now this is 48 thickness, and then this is 40 millimeter. Now we can create cut in the support. I check first for the thickness in the middle for 10 millimeter, and then depth cut for 50 millimeter. Okay, now create this face for sketch. And then create circle. Okay, let's check for diameter 100. Okay, and then let's create geometric external first, and then create circle. Let's check for diameter. It's about 50 millimeter. Okay, now we create rectangle. Click this point and this point, and the axis horizontal, and then click for symmetry and check for dimension about 10 millimeter for thickness. Okay, now we can cut this, sorry, but before we can create, let's create the line first. Okay, in the bottom also. Okay, now create this point and this point for 0mm. Okay, same with this point and this point, 0mm. Okay, or maybe tangent, this point and this circle, tangent, this point, this circle, tangent. So we can cut this circle, cut this circle. Okay, cut this line, cut this line, this line, this line, this line, this line, and then delete this line, delete this line, and cut again in the middle. Okay, now let's check for the, so click for the radius 50. Okay, click for the radius, same 50. Okay, maybe this point with this arcus, tangent, line with this circle, tangent. Okay, this line with this circle, tangent. Okay, 2 degrees. Okay, this point and this axis horizontal for 5mm. Okay, now let's try the same way, this point and the axis for 5mm. Okay, now sketch screen now. Okay, now can close the sketch and then create cut for 50mm. Click for pocket and then click the value 15mm. Okay, okay, can click for pocket and refine. I think there is a bug here, so we try again. False. Okay, okay, maybe here this way. Okay, this area, click this face, and then click sketch. So let's edit. Sorry. Okay, you can copy this sketch. Try to let's say copy the sketch. Let's say copy, copy, okay, and then paste. No. Let's copy. Nope. Okay, let's create again the sketch. For diameter 100. Okay, and then create external geometric, create maybe create arcus. Okay, let's also create arcus. This area. Okay, now for radius 50. Okay, and then create line. Okay, and then also create a line here. and line here. Okay, let's create this line, this point, and the line symmetry. Okay, let's create this point and the line for 5 millimeter. Okay, now we can cut circle and this circle. Click this point for radius 25. Okay, same. Okay, now you can check this point with this axis line for 5 millimeter. Okay, this point to 1, this point to axis line for 5 millimeter. Okay, left 2 degree. Okay, now click this point, this line and this circle for tangent. Okay, this circle and this line for tangent. Okay, now sketch close. I mean, the sketch is fully constrained now. We can close the sketch. Okay, now close the sketch and create pocket for thickness about same 15 millimeter. Okay, now let's check for refine. I don't know why the shape surface here is empty. I think there's a bug in this area. Okay, so let's check for the not to refine, but there's still the line. Okay, okay, now still in the bug here, but the model it's same with the drawing. Okay, now for the hole, let's create this face sketch and then create circle. Okay, now for the height of 20 and maybe between also 20, so click external geometry and then click for this dimension for 20 millimeter. Okay, and then click this line and this point for dimension 20 millimeter. Okay, and now for the diameter of hole, 12 millimeter. 12 millimeter. Okay, the sketch close. I mean, it's green, fully constrained, so we can close the sketch. Now we can create pocket. Choose through hole, or maybe dimension for 56 millimeter. Okay, now we can check. I did same with the drawing. Okay, now the model is finished to create, but I think there's a bug here because it's look transparent, or maybe there is a empty surface. So we can try to not to refine here. Okay, let's check for the pocket. No. So okay, now the model is finished. Okay, thanks again for watching this tutorial video of this model practice. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.